and today we're going to talk about G.I. Joe retro line. I'm not particularly going to do a single action figure. I just want to just go over the G.I. Joe retro line. And at first I really wasn't digging it, but now I am. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to basically go through assortment of figures. As I guess you guys can tell, I really like the Cobra Trooper figure. I think it's just a dope action figure that they came out with in the 6-inch scale, and also in this new 3 3/4-inch scale, because it's just a little bit different with this retro line than from your classic 1983 through 1989 Aura G.I. Joe line. When I say Aura, I mean a real American hero. For those of you who don't know, it's an acronym that they put together. Now they say it's the Aura era. Basically, these action figures are way different. They took them and modeled them after the standpoint of the 6-inch action figure, and they look like they're all pinless. They move like they're double jointed. They have boot cuts, thigh cuts, ankle rockers. So it's definitely different from the 3 3/4-inch line from back in the day. I don't have many 3 3/4-inch figures from back in the day. I brought a few aftermarket. I mean, not aftermarket ones, but I brought a few off eBay, and I have the Dreadnoks, 3 of the Dreadnoks, and I'll compare the Cobra, the Cobra line to 3 of the Dreadnoks, and then I have a Shipwreck, which when I set up the G.I. Joes and show you, I'll compare that. But first things first, as you can see here, I have a Cobra Commander that's in the front, and I have 6 Cobra Troopers in the background. We'll go over Cobra Commander first, and then we'll go over Cobra Trooper. Cobra Commander actually looks pretty good here. He actually looks better than the 6-inch action figure to me. I just busted him out the pack the day I had him for a while, and just looking at him, I just like the schematics of him. I like his color. I like that red stripe going down the side. And to me, they just did a better job with him in this 3 3/4 than the 6-inch. I'm going to show you something funny, too, a little bit later on that I didn't know. Is I just accidentally grabbed him and it came off. But his helmet actually comes off, and it looks kind of funny when you see it. But I'll pick him up a little closer and bring him in here. As you can see here, see his outfit. He has a red pinstripe going down the side. Red on the belt buckle here. And as you can see, it's a faint red, a little fainter red on the chest. I don't know if they meant to do that or the paint application just got a little light. He's actually the only one that actually has a sheath. All of the G.I. Joe retro, almost every figure comes with this little small knife, but they don't have a sheath. They have a gun holster, but he actually has a sheath or his knife, and he has this funny looking futuristic gun. Everybody else has something kind of realistic. That's also what I like about this line too. They actually have realistic looking weapons, whether with the G.I. Joe Classified, it looks like something out of like a video game or something. It's more of a futuristic looking laser type thing, which with G.I. Joe, everybody knows if you watch the cartoon in the 80s, they shot lasers. They never really shot real guns, but the action figures had real weapons. This, I don't know why they did this. You've never seen Cobra Commander with his helmet off in the cartoon when he has that steel guard on his face, but right here he looks like nothing but an old bald head hoe. Whoever knew Cobra Commander would be that. It looks funny, but it's also kind of dope. I guess because they use the same body mold maybe as the Cobra Trooper, so they had no choice but to give him a loose helmet. But I didn't know it came off. There's really no point for it to come off because you never see him like that. They gave him an old chrome dome. I thought that was kind of funny. I actually went to go pick him up, and it just came off. So he still won't stand here. So basically what I'll do, I'll show you the knife sheath, and everybody else doesn't have that. And everybody comes with a little small, sorry, you guys can't see that. Try to get a focus in on here. Everybody comes with that little small knife, as you can see, like this. Everybody almost. But he's the only one I've seen with actually with a sheath that you can put it back into. So he's a pretty decent figure. Sorry, let me pull him back. He's a pretty decent figure. Like I said, I like him better than the actual 6-inch line one. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him back here. I'm just, matter of fact, I can't get him to stand up, so I'm just leave him out of the way here. Let's back up a little bit. And I'm gonna go through the Cobra Trooper, then I'm gonna go through the Cobra H.I.S. too. Because that's actually one of my more favorite, does that make sense? That's the vehicle that I like the most out of this line. There's not a lot of them. I had the Fang. I don't have the Awe Striker. I plan on getting it maybe, but the Cobra H.I.S. just looks awesome to me. I think it's an awesome toy. But so basically here you have the Cobra Trooper. They look good as far as the schematics of it, the colorways. The only thing that throws me off is they gave this generic looking color for this bazooka. Why they put it in a green like this, I don't know. It's really not even an army green. It's kind of like a Nickelodeon green, ooze green. So I don't know what the deal was with that, but it definitely looks like a toy. Everything else kind of looks, realistic. So let me try to get him in the camera here. But also with the Cobra Trooper, their helmets come off, which is pretty dope. The original line, I'm pretty sure the helmet wasn't removable. But this one, just like the 6-inch line, they kind of they make the helmet an accessory, which is cool. So you can have kind of almost have two different figures here. You see it, just total difference. Try to get this in focus here. Total difference when you got the helmet on, rather when you got it off. When he got it off, it looks like he has a name. Looks like he's a father of such and such, and he goes home in the night. And, he has a mortgage and a carload full of kids somewhere up under that mask. But when you put that helmet on, he's part of the heart and soul of Cobra. He's just another name and number there. So I thought that was pretty dope. But as you can see here, he has... Let's get this back in focus. I'm sorry about that. As you see here, he has like a belt and a guard, like a holster, which a pistol in there. I don't know if you guys can see that. But it doesn't come out. It's just kind of like a fixture right here. He also has, like I said, which I like about this line, he has a gun on the side too that comes out. This comes in the package, and I probably should have took this out and just placed it in before. I don't want to be too confusing for you guys, but try to get a clear look at that. It's like a Colt 1911 or, a 9mm that they give them. I'm sorry, I can't get this thing in focus, but yeah, there you go. So it's a tiny little pistol that he comes with, which all of them come with, and he has a holster for it. You basically put it back in the side, it's removed, but I think it's cool. It looks realistic. It's not like the classified line where they probably would have gave him a funky looking gun like how Cobra Commander has. And I usually don't do too much articulation in my videos, but this one here, I'll go through it just kind of show you how different it is from the G.I. Joe, the original G.I. Joe line. So in the original G.I. Joe line, you had pins that you could see here in the elbows. These don't. I guess it's almost kind of like a pinless tech.
They move a lot better than the older ones. The older ones were good, and that rubber band in the waist technology was state of the art then. I remember when I was younger, we would switch up and we kind of make our own G.I. Joes from the pelvis to the legs, and then you add the torso from that rubber band and hook mechanism that they had. I'm not really a customizer, so I don't plan on opening up any of these. I don't know how they work, but I do know they are built like the 6-inch articulated figures that we have now today, and it works out phenomenal for these guys. They're a little bit different because their parts can actually unplug a little bit easier for almost modification if you wanted to mix and match them. Maybe I'll find that out in the future, man, but that's pretty much how they work. This video here is just to celebrate them. I like them. I collect them. They're cool. They cost about $12-13. So far as when you're going to go buy 2 Marvel Legends, you can possibly buy 3 or 4 of these if you're looking for them. They're also hard to kind of get like the classified line, but I have came across them. They're exclusive strictly to Walmart, and you can get your hands on them if you frequently check in Walmart and you're action figure enthusiast, and you pretty much just kind of go to Walmart kind of searching. You eventually one day you'll come across them. First line, I mean first wave, I didn't get a chance to get. I did get a Snake Eyes that I've never found a second one in the store. There was one there. I picked it up. I have Duke, have Lady J, Stalker, Grunt as far as the GI Joes, and like I said, the first and second wave I didn't really get to. Didn't get a Storm Shadow. Storm Shadow is kind of expensive now in the aftermarket with this line. I don't know why. I'm not really feeling the baggy suit like Aladdin look he has going on, but people ate him up. But oh well, I'm not really worried about that. I'm good with the ones I got. Took me a while to come around and start getting these, but I think they're dope, man. They're cool little figures. I want to take this time to talk about the Cobra H.I.S.S tank here. This is a nice vehicle. It totally reminds me of the vehicles from back in the day in the 80s with the original 3 3/4 line. I don't even think I owned any vehicles. I don't know. I think we were too poor to afford those $10 vehicles back then because G.I. Joes cost like $1 and some change in the early 90s, late 80s. And I remember when they, about 93, when they went up to $2 and some change, $3, that was spending some money for a G.I. Joe. But basically to get to the point, I've of course I've seen plenty of vehicles from back in the day with people having them, friends, things of that nature. But this is a splitting image, man. This is dope. This H.I.S.S tank. I actually have the blue one, the Cobra H.I.S.S 3, which I think is better. I just haven't had a chance to put it together. I've been doing a lot of stuff this summer, man. Just basically trying to get my family moved into a new house. On my grown man BI, and I just hadn't had a chance to open it up. This first season of Savage Land is like a celebration party, and I feel like I'm late to it. So I have a lot of figures that just in my regular life, not even for this show or anything like that, that I haven't opened up yet because I'm just plumb crazy over action figures, man. So I stockpile. So I have plenty of stuff to show. So maybe one day we'll put that H.I.S.S 3 up, and who knows, maybe it'll be on my top 10 at the end of the year. I can't wait to do one of those because I've seen everybody else do them, but I think I'm gonna do a top 25. I have so much to show. I have so many figures that I haven't unboxed yet, and I'm probably gonna put on camera unboxing. A lot of these figures you're gonna get like my first intake on them, like as when I unbox them, like in real life, and not knowing what to expect. So that's gonna be a cool thing too. I might just do it like that all the time. But dope figure, man. You can see I forgot what type of Cobra Trooper is in here, but looks pretty cool. That other one, the H.I.S.S 3, has the black tint. It just looks way better. It's a dope. It's a dope toy, man. But same vehicle, just different colorway. But definitely worth getting. There's not too many vehicles in this line. There's a Awe Striker, and I guess that's how you say it's AWE. It's an acronym for something. I shouldn't be up here talking if I guess I don't know the meanings of the acronyms, but probably when I go back to edit, I'll have it for you guys. But there's only 3 vehicles. There's Cobra H.I.S.S, the Awe Striker, and the Cobra Fang, which I have the Cobra Fang, but I only have one, and it's still in box. I don't know. For some odd reason, I was going to open it up, but now I just don't feel like opening it up. I really fell in love with this H.I.S.S tank. This H.I.S.S tank is really all I need in my life for this G.I. Joe Retro line vehicles, as far as right now. And matter of fact, I think I'm about going to go buy a retro Cobra Night Raft. It's the same color. It looks so dope. It has that midnight blue with those red letters and black lining. So I probably might get that off eBay. Who knows? All right, here we go. So here are my G.I. Joes that I have in this new 3 3/4 inch line. I don't have many. To be honest with you, man, I'm a G.I. Joe fan, but I'm more of a Cobra guy. I love Cobra. I remember when I was young and before we would go to school, me and my brother Dale, we were watching cartoons before we, catch the bus, and G.I. Joe would come on. And I'd just be cheering for Cobra, like, oh, man, damn, why can't Cobra win? He's like, man, why are you cheering for Cobra? But, hey, Everybody deserves a sunny side of the sidewalk someday, and Cobra never got it. But hey, they had a weak leader at the end of the day. Cobra Commander, he's a chump. Let's just face it. But let's get to the point. Back to the point here. I have 4 GI Joes here, and I'll go through each one. Pretty much same articulation as the Cobra Trooper. They're basically based on the same thing, like the 6-inch design. I think they're pretty cool, man. For the most part, they look good. They're kind of hit and miss on the GI Joe side. This figure to the far left here, you see me pointing here. That's Grunt. He's like I believe he's a Marine. He's like special. Well, they're all special forces guys. He wasn't never a big figure. Me coming up or character. Far as the toy version of him in his 3 3/4 inch, I think he's one of the better ones. Not really feeling his face too much. I'm trying to go in a little close here so you guys can see his face. I mean, it's okay. So yeah, it's kind of like a little generic face. Kind of cartoonish, I would say. But his body looks good. The way his schematics is, his paint, how they did him. The next one here, we got Duke. Duke was never really my favorite. In the G.I. Joe Classified line, I like the way Duke looks because they didn't really make him an older guy. He looks just like a young guy who just got in the military, probably been in about 5 or 6 years, and he loves it. I mean, he would die for it, literally. Reason why I know this, I'm from Fort Bragg, one of the world's biggest military bases. We have Army here, Special Forces, ForceCom. There's a famous phrase, whenever the Pentagon picks up the phone and dial 911, Fort Bragg answers. So I've came across these type of guys all my life, just running around Fayetteville, just dealing with different type of military guys. So in that classified line, they did a wonderful job on that because they fit that to the T. This Duke right here, he looks like the guy who stays across the street from me. This guy is about 80 years old. He's in tip-top shape, and he's one of those guys that they had to say, look, man, you just got to retire, man. You've been here too long. So that's what this Duke looks like. And with that yelling face, I mean, his body is just really not the best, I would say. I mean, he's okay. I mean, he has some nice colors and some nice paint on him. What I will say about with Hasbro, they really put their foot into their G.I. Joe line as far as paint. Marvel Legends, they be on some other stuff, man. But he looks really good far as that. But just the way his body's put together, I'm really not feeling it. So he's an alright figure. As you can see there, you can see pieces of Shipwreck in the background. But coming to my man Alonzo Stalker. This is the best one I have so far. Besides the Cobra Troopers, I'm feeling the way he looks. I like his guns. I don't know what they are, but it looks like some 80s shit. Because in the 80s, people love to carry submachine guns, Uzis, Mac 11s, Tech 9s, all that wild little mini stuff with a lot of firepower. That's what they love. Even Snake Eyes. I have a comic book from him and G.I. Joe. I think it's like Marvel's 50th anniversary where he's known for toting like a Mac 11. That's like that's typical 80s shit all day. But just the way he looks like, you know what I'm saying, he has his fatigues on, then he has that ribbed kind of shirt like a long john, kind of like Beachhead. And Grunt has that same type of shirt too. I believe these two have the same body. I'm not one of those, like I said, I'm not one of them guys I'm not going to pick over my figures, like, because if a lot of these guys, these action figure guys, they let me know, like, man, wouldn't know they had the same body. I'm just so bugging out on just having that figure. I never pay attention to things like that, but I like the way his vest looks with his ammo vest looks. It has a lot of detail to it, and his face sculpt looks good. He looks a little bit different from how he looked in the show, but it is the similarity to him. But he looks good, man. I like that figure, man. I think they did an outstanding job on him. He looks really good. Once again, he has a sidearm right there. Everybody pretty much has a sidearm holster. Duke, his gun is over on the side. Realistic guns, more like they kind of resemble a Colt 1911. You know, something that you would have in the military. Then we got Lady J. I like her guns. I hate her face. That looks like something like out of a Betty Boop comic strip or something, man. I don't know, but as far as her body looks good, man. She's decent. Black boots, fatigues. Sound like Pac, black boots and fatigues. But she has her ammo vest too, so I mean, like I said, I don't have many of them, and I'm gonna bring Shipwreck up to the front. And I lied to you guys earlier. I said I had the Dreadnoughts. I do, but when I was moving this summer, man, I put them somewhere. They're stashed away somewhere because they were such tiny figures, and I was just moving at a rapid rate. I had to put them somewhere, so I don't know where they're at, but I do have an original GI Joe, this Shipwreck here. Just kind of show you how their bodies are built different. Like I went through the schematic with the Cobra Trooper. Now I'm gonna go through schematics with this 3 3/4 inch retro GI Joe Shipwreck. Oh, almost knocked everything over there. All right. So as you can see here, you can see like pins in his arm. He only has that one. It's not double, And as far as his legs, his leg bends, but with these other ones, they have a boot cut that will cut here. They also have a thigh cut here. They also have. He doesn't have a wrist cut. They also have a wrist cut on theirs where their wrist can twist. So they have, man, I would say maybe about 8 more points of articulation than these guys here. Maybe more than that. I don't know. I haven't counted. I mean, this figure doesn't move bad. I mean, this was some top of the line shit back in the day, man. Still is, because it's hold up. It's still here. Will these other ones hold up? I don't know. We'll see. They should. They're built good. And G.I. Joe is Hasbro's baby. I mean, they created that. That doesn't come from any other entity but that toy company. That toy company started so they get all the money. They don't have to pay nobody for their re-up. Everything comes right back to them, man. But like I said, man, I just want to do this little video here, man, just to celebrate this line here. And just to let people know, don't sleep on this line either, man. If classified is not... It's not doing the thing for you. I really believe if they put a little bit more push on it too, that this 3 3/4 inch, this new one, could get your fix for you. And they're cheaper. They're $12.